Over the last couple of years on this channel, I've spoken to hundreds of people between Fans Connect and How I series. I've spoken to founders, to operators, to creators. We've learned about people who are building things from scratch, whether that's a business or that's a career. But life is more than just work. Life is also about life. And for a lot of us who are watching this channel, many of us are sitting in between worlds. Those of us who want to jackpot and those of us who have jackpot. And so in the spirit of trying new things and exploring all the different facets of life, this is a new series called Home and Away. Home and Away is exploring that intersection between leaving home and building a new home, but also being connected to your original home. What does it take to find new community, to create your community? What does money look like as an immigrant? What does hustling look like? What does it actually mean when you have to get a different kind of job, sometimes an odd job compared to what you had in Nigeria before just because you just moved abroad? Money myths that we've learned and inhabited as kids that get into new countries actually teach us. What does identity look like? How does travel shape who you are and how you dream and kind of ambition that you begin to get? What kind of opportunities are out there? On Home and Away, it's an opportunity to explore all these facets of being at home in a new country, but also away from home. I hope that it's relatable to everybody who has moved countries over the last couple of years, whether that's moving to the UK or moving to the US or moving to Canada or Nairobi or anywhere. But I also hope that it's relatable and maybe in some ways aspirational for anyone who wants to leave or just have a glimpse of what the struggle and reality and excitement of being home but away from home and what that looks like. This first installment of this series is 10 episodes long and we'll talk about different things, and it is graciously sponsored by Remitly because they care about life across borders. I hope you stay with me. It's going to be a journey, it's going to be fun, and let me know what your feedback is. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if it's relatable. Let me know if you might want a season 2. So I'll see you in the videos. Peace. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Home and Away. This is a new series where I sit with some of my friends and we'll talk about what it means to leave home, to begin again, to build from scratch. This episode is sponsored by Remitly. On this episode, I'm speaking with Damini Williams, an e-commerce entrepreneur, and Sodiq Odesile, who is a freelancer, photographer, videographer, many things in between. And we're going to talk about what it means to hustle abroad, what it means to leave your home country, come to the UK, start from scratch, even in jobs that you might not have thought you would do before, and just build your way up. We talk about the teaching process, we talk about opportunities, possibilities, and just what hustling actually looks like, and how you can create an amazing career or business for yourself by just never giving up. So I hope you stay and enjoy this episode.
I came in 2022 and my first job then, because I didn't land in one of the big cities. I was in Wolverhampton for a bit, moved to Leicester, but uni was in Leicester. So there weren't many jobs to do in Leicester then. Like you had to go for the lowest hanging fruit rather. And then I just went, it was a warehouse job. I did it because I needed to do something. I came with enough, 3 months rent when I came to this country. I wasn't working for 2 months. But then my housemates were always going to work and I felt like, am I being useless with my time? So I just okay, sign me up to where you work. It was a warehouse, it was flowers. So you know how seasonal flowers, when you go to the shop, Waitrose, Tesco, those flowers you see in pots there, that's what we're doing, packing for different supermarkets.
Interesting.
12 hours on your feet.
Not as interesting.
It's not interesting. I mean, the money was good then because I was getting paid to go on breaks. So it was maybe we're getting £140 per day. So it was good money.
And you're working 5 days a week?
No. I was
you can't work 5 days.
You can't, because you have 20 hours limit. So working maybe once or twice in a week at most. So that was the first job I had.
I mean, what was your first job? It's CEO of a company.
To be fair, when I left Nigeria, I already had a business that was running. So unlike him, even though I still had the business, I needed to work. I needed to make pounds. And I landed on, I think, the 22nd of February. Similar setup. I landed in Milton Keynes, London, Milton Keynes, and then back to Leicester. And we got the job. The job he's talking about, we started it together.
Oh, yeah.
We started it together. And, funny thing is, yes, we made a lot of money. Because you calculate it back to Naira.
Well, a lot of money in a month is how much?
That's a good question. As a student, right, anything above 1.5 is a lot, right? Is a lot as a student. Maybe now it's a bit different, but The one thing I remember about that job is I don't know what part of the warehouse he did. So because of my size, whenever people used to see me, you could see they were happy. Biggie! Biggie, come!
They put you
So
somewhere.
I'm either stacking or carrying pallets or something weird. But the first day I did it, I was the one that was putting my hands in the water, packing the flowers, and then removing the tweeds and all that. And the water was so cold. So you go on your break and you just spend your whole break just like, like obviously drinking coffee or Monster, but at the same time just doing this. It was crazy, but
But I think what made it appealing then was that in 2022, minimum wage was £10 something. We're being paid like
£10.45.
we're being paid almost £13.
yeah.
Oh, so you felt like
yeah, it was sweet.
It was a lot of money towards them because I mean,
And
we're
they
students.
pay you weekly.
That's another thing.
So if you work this
you don't
week,
sound like you enjoyed the money.
No, so to be fair, it
fresh in
was
the
like,
system.
yeah, and then it was the whole experience was very like NYSC led, in the sense where we're just doing it now. Once we balance, we're good to go.
When imbalance then happened.
So I won't use the word balance because I'm still not there yet. But when things started getting better was after I graduated. So because I could work full time now, unlike when I had to wait for holidays, Christmas, Easter, or school breaks, I could just work full time. But now I could work full time, I could earn more, and that gave me some sort of relief.
There was the ability to earn more and put in more hours. That was like,
Yes,
okay, yeah.
Yes.
You don't kind of like, no.
It's because he was buying Lamborghini or something weird like that. Because for me, it was more, I think, because of the kind of jobs we had to do when we first got in, I understood very, very quickly that you needed UK-specific experience, right? So I made sure I found a way to get myself into that work environment and get legit UK experience. And the same 20 working hours, things like that. But once I got that first job, I knew that, okay, no, this is the first step to that balance. Once I graduated, I had something waiting for me already because of that same UK work experience.
How many jobs or sources of income do you both have right now? The way you're laughing is like, it's too many to count.
This is a dangerous question.
I'm not asking how much. I'm just like, how many streams of
dangerous
income?
question.
I would say 3. I would group photo and video as one. Because I edit videos, like narratives. I edit videos, take photos, shoot videos also. So I count that as one. Then I have 2 jobs also. So
2
3.
separate jobs.
One is not as frequent. One I just do it when I need like extra cash.
How many do you have?
I'll probably say around like 4, 5. Yeah, around 4, 5.
What systems or structures do you have or have you created to be able to manage these streams of income? And I ask because I guess some of them are passive like investments, but there's some of them that actively require you. It requires your time, it requires your energy, it requires payments from here, payments from there, and currency. Like how do you stay alive while making so much money?
I think the main one for me is one I'm still battling, right? Is YouTube payments, right? So before I left Nigeria, I already created a domiciliary account for a registered business. That was the idea. So everything should go through that account. But for some funny reason, when you set up your YouTube channel as yourself, you can't use a business, AdSense or something like that to collect that payment. You can, but you then have to be in Nigeria to show proof of. And I'm like, nah, this is long. So I went back to my bank that I've been using since I was in university. Guys, help me out here. And they said, oh, who are you? I'm like, wow, really? Long story short, I have to open a domiciliary account with the bank, and it was just long. I'm still trying to open it right now, and it's not working. But that's the one issue I have. The other ones are pretty straightforward.
What are the differences between hustling in Nigeria versus hustling in the UK? And what has hustling in the UK taught you specifically about yourself? Tell me, you go first this time.
Hustling in Nigeria, and I'm going to try and be as transparent as I can be, there is almost a ceiling you can't knock, right? You can't knock it without some form of nepotism or I know somebody, right? Hustling in the UK is a thing of value. Provide value, the door will open. It might not open at the time you want it to open, but it's open. It's just a matter of time. So that's the first thing that I've come to understand. Naturally, I find myself in this environment where it's fair game for the person that works the hardest. I'm up for that. So that's pretty much it for me, really.
What has hustling in the UK taught you about yourself that you didn't realize before?
I'll say that I don't do enough.
That you don't do enough?
Yes.
How do you mean?
I've seen people do things, get paid big money. And I'm not trying to like talk down on anybody's crafts, but still I'm like, surely Sodiq can do better than this. Not because I'm better off or not because they're not good enough. It's just that I'm not pushing myself. They're just confident. So I'm on a platform where I try to bid for government procurement. I can't remember the name. I just signed up. My business is there. So whenever they have stuff to do, I can bid for the ones that are open to my business. I try and bid. Sometimes I don't win. In fact, I've never won there. But then when I go back some months back and see what this government departments did, this project, I'm like, come on, I can do better than this. So I would say I'm not doing enough in the sense that I'm not spreading my seeds. Yeah, like no, that's what it is. Because again, like I said, is by your stuff. What you show them, you could literally be walking down or walk into a pub or walk into a corner shop, talking to somebody, and you find out the person has this, and you just sell yourself to the person, and it's business. Yeah. In Nigeria, Nigeria, at some places you meet some people. Let's put it like that. Like you randomly just go to the kiosk down your street and meet someone that will pay you 3,000 to do something for them, like £3,000. I mean, something for them. Like so, the opportunities are plenty. They're boundless. I know you might say it's similar in Nigeria, but here is. I mean like it's actually more possible to meet someone that will give you your big break just by walking down the street and talking to them. Yeah. So the opportunity is just boundless again, like I said.
First job you ever had in life?
In life?
Yeah, not just on work.
Social media manager for a US company.
That's a flex.
Mine was NYC. I mean, I had always been a photographer from uni, but I never actually had a proper job. I worked as an admin assistant in an airline. Cabin crew services. So I was in charge of making sure every pilot or air hostess had their trainings.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I had a really good boss. So yes.
By the way, they were paying me 25K a month, so it wasn't a flex.
That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Still, it was not how many years ago?
Still, that's haba.
Yeah. So it was more of it was a Nigerian who had moved to the US and was building an agency. I was looking for Nigerian talent.
Don't worry, I understand. Mine was to run a business. I started my first business when I was probably 14. So yeah.
You guys talk about your first job being like in the warehouse, right? And there's this thing on Twitter where some people who say, oh my God, you might be like a bank manager in Nigeria and then you now come to the UK and you now come and do like care work or like warehouse work. What do you guys think about that? Obviously you lived it, right? So a part of me is also asking from what did it take to be able to say, this might look different from what I might have ever done in my home country, but I know where I'm working towards and I would just like...
So for me, that's a real life story. I remember there was a particular guy on the line I was on, and the guy was working for, I don't know if it was a tech company or an oil company, but I know it was a big shot, and I've seen him on the news before. So as he was there, I was just doing my thing, gave him a side eye. His face looks familiar, but hey. And he was like, oh, how you doing? I was like, I'm doing well. How am I navigating the cold hands? I was like, you just put your hands off a bit, do like this, then put it back in. I was giving him some tips. And he started to tell me about the whole thing, how his wife was the one doing the masters, all those amazing things. And just like I said earlier, it's just for some time. You need to integrate into the system. And to integrate into that system, there's that teething process. And once you go through that teething process, you're good to go. But you have to go through that teething process. That's number one. Number two, I remember it was I think it was a warehouse in Chesterfield or something like that. And so the way we work is we would leave at 4 a.m. and then get to the warehouse at 7 a.m., right? And people that lived local, they used to drive to the warehouse to work. So you see a lot of these young English boys driving to the warehouse. And I don't know if you remember this, but there was a chap that had a BMW M3. The boy came in, the boy was looking sharp. And he was with us. So in my mind, I'm like, if he's doing this, come on. And then there were a lot of other people. There were a lot of like, I also worked on a line where there were a lot of Polish people. Again, like I said, Biggie, once they see me, they just throw me all over the place. So I worked on a line where there were a lot of Polish people. And you just get that vibe where there's dignity in hard labor. You can't shame the next person for working hard. You can't. You shouldn't. Yeah. So, and it's just a teething process. You do it for long enough and then you move on. You know, that kind of thing. Clock it.
So you
But
go
that's it for me.
I think for me, doing that kind of work just made me understand why society works. Because there are people that need to do certain things for you to have certain things, for society to move forward. I give an example of how those flowers end up in
Waitrose,
shops, Waitrose, Tesco's. Like, it's because we were there doing it. That's why your husband can buy you a flower to show he's romantic.
Yeah,
It's why you can
I feel like I'm going to look at flowers differently.
I mean,
we all look at flowers differently now.
exactly, like I understand things better because of kind of work I started with. Like, I now see certain things. You're rich, you have a nice house. The reason why your house is not pest infested or has lots of rats is because there's someone that wakes up by 5 in the morning to carry your garbage. There's someone that does it. So that kind of job made me understand why society and why systems work. Like, systems are necessary. So I saw it as me just doing my parts or doing my bits to make sure the system keeps running, goes forward. I earn money that I needed, system goes forward. I'm comfortable, I can then think of the next thing to do. I don't want to do this for a long time. So it just made me appreciate, like I said, dignity in labor.
Yep.
Like, I see people differently now. You said someone was driving a BMW. Yes, like, you're earning good money. Quite all right, you might not have as much responsibilities, but you're earning good money. You treat yourself.
One word that captures your hustle, right?
Relentless.
E-commerce.
I'll say yearning.
Yearning. Wow.
Guy, you become very philosophical, man.
So what are you yearning for?
So a couple of things. Expand my business. Do the kind of work I want to be known for. And obviously, stable income.
Which someone abroad who's inspired how you hustle?
Mine will be lots of people on Founders Connect because
Aww.
I listen to their stories and I realize they've done a lot. Like I said before, like, I'm not doing enough. I feel like I could do more.
Yeah, so you like talk.
So people always, those people inspire me because I've seen the trajectory of their story and I'm looking at mine now. Like, even though I'm not trying to weigh mine against them, I just see that I could do a lot more, basically.
I think for me, it's people that have been able to hack building a very big business in Nigeria.
What do you think people misunderstand or don't really get about hustling and making it big abroad or in the UK specifically?
The difference of as you build, and hopefully Nigeria will get there, but as you build a credit history and you build a credit file for yourself, there are so many opportunities that open for you. So you can get a nice house, you can get that Mercedes-Benz, you don't have to drop the full cash for it, right? You can even lease it. You don't need to buy it, you can lease it. And you might see somebody right now watching this part saying things like, hey, but it's not your own if you lease it. Who cares? Yeah. Who cares? At the end of the day, I'm the one driving it, not you, right? So it's just part of those opportunities that I spoke about earlier. He spoke about it as well. There's so much opportunity. Like, that's pretty much it for me, really.
People should not just confuse hard work for actually having money. Yes, I might be working five times a week. My salary might not be that much. And someone that probably doesn't work as hard.
Reminding me of that, I think it's a meme that says, God, give me the money that people think that I have.
Yes, yeah,
exactly. Because you see certain people which have with certain requests, and I wonder, like, how?
As how?
Like,
what about
like,
me?
you don't like, I have that kind of money to give you. And I was the one asking for a 6K loan. I'm like,
that's light work for you, though.
I mean,
Damini is one of those people.
the only reason I didn't lose my temper was because I've known this person for a long time. I just kept short. Like, sorry, I said, sorry, I don't have that kind of money. Because why would you say, I mean, again, like I said, it just boils down to, oh, you're in the UK, you're working hard, you must have money.
Yeah, but it's like everywhere else. You work hard, you make some money, you have to like do the right stuff. The two things I really like about what you guys said, and it's from both of you, that thing about like the teething process, I think is so important. Like, yeah, it's something I remember because I think many a times, and this applies to different facets of life, right? Just knowing when something is just a stepping stone or when something is just a phase, it's really important for you to be able to give it your all. And I think that's what people don't really get about, okay, yes, I moved to the UK or I'm doing school right now even though I don't want to, but I'm heading somewhere. And if you look at a lot of people's lives or your lives, you can easily see that was just day one. Look at what I'm doing now, right? Far back. And in what you said around like doing a system that works, what I was hearing was, this might have looked different or you might have felt different doing it in another system that doesn't work, because then the same job can feel very different because of the systems around it, on infrastructure, or even the amounts that is attributed to it. But when you do something in a different economy, it feels more dignified because you can see the results and the fruits, and you can see that I can build my life on this thing, because that's what people don't get, right? You do a certain kind of job in Nigeria, you can't really build a life on it. You do that same kind of job in a different system, you can build a life and start your journey from it. So I think it was very powerful. Thank you guys for sharing that. Thank you so much for staying to the end. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. I hope there was something in here that you could learn from, or that felt relatable, that felt like a representation of your journey, or maybe even your dream. And I hope it's something that you can sit with. Please like, please comment, but most importantly, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll see you on another video. Peace.